This recording is from the first short story by the title A Service of Love. Okay, and the author's name is O. Henry. Okay, O. Henry is the pen name of William Sidney Porter. Okay, this is the first unit and also the first short story in your English textbook this semester. The title of the short story is A Service of Love, and it is by the author named O. Henry. And O. Henry is the pen name of William Sidney Porter, right? I'm sure that you are all aware of what pen name is. It's a kind of title or a pseudonym, a false name that the author adopts for different predictable reasons. The reasons could be he or she does not want to reveal the true identity, and since they fancy having these pen names or pseudonyms because they are composing fiction, they are writing fiction, they would like to have these fictional names as well associated with their writings. So these are kind of fancy names as well at times. Okay, the names which they are fond of, the names which they like, and sometimes they take these names as it suits their forms and kinds of writings, okay, which they think are more appropriate. And sometimes some people use kind of shorter names, abbreviation of their names, abbreviated versions of their own lengthy names, unusually lengthy names. They shorten them into abbreviations and use it as their pen names or pseudonyms later. Okay, and there are n number of reasons as to why people take on with their pen names or pseudonyms. So before we begin with the introduction to the author, let us look at the approach to the text as given in your textbook. If you just look at the approach to the text, approach to the short story, the first point under that is true love demands sacrifice, discuss. Okay, so it tells you that the predominant theme about the short story given for your study circles in and around the theme of love. The story is about the theme of love basically, and second predominant theme of the short story is sacrifice. Okay, and the second point under approach to the text is that love and loyalty promotes one to do supreme sacrifices. Do you think so? Okay, so this is the second approach with which you got to look at the text. You should keep in mind that the predominant themes of the short story are love and sacrifice. After having known and accepted that, you should also keep this point under the approach of text, that when you have true love and loyalty, that in turn will prompt you to undertake some supreme sacrifices in your life. And whether it is true or untrue, whether it really happens in people's lives, that is really debatable, and that is exactly the theme and focus of the story. And these themes get debated throughout the story from the beginning till the end. That is, if you have true love and loyalty towards a person or towards any being, you end up undertaking um, high level of sacrifices, supreme level of sacrifices you take up for a person or an entity you love. Okay, so keeping this in mind, we shall proceed with a brief introduction about the author O. Henry. Okay, and what are the thematic concerns in his works generally, and also what is his concern with which he came out with this short story, A Service of Love. Okay, so we shall proceed with these introductory themes and about the author shortly in the forthcoming session.